Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings and NFC's podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Maurice and JT. Mal's on a vacation this week. Kudos to you. Have fun. But and while we deal with this nasty weather, Maurice is almost like below freezing. I got a crap ton of snow, even where GT lives, where they don't usually get snow. They even got snow. It's crazy.
Over here.
Ain't that the truth? Welcome to Virginia. Anyway, that being said, we're all pissed off this week, I would say, right?
I cooled down.
You cooled down, but you were pissed, okay?
Yeah,
your game was Thursday, so you had almost a week.
Yeah, you got almost a full week to cool down. Me and Maurice is still the freshest. So. Yeah, I'm sure, maybe we'll get a crash out here from one of us this week.
It was less than 24 hours ago. My starting quarterback shat the bed.
Ooh. All right. So, that being said, let's go ahead and start with JT.
All right.
Wait a minute. You forgot about the
oh, that's right.
Oh,
gosh. Where is my book? There's my book of wonders. Okay. My handy-dandy notebook. All right. Predictions. Forgot about them. Let's go ahead and do those real quick. Week 13, Commanders. Is it week 13? No, we're in week 14.
Yeah,
14.
Right? Week 14. All right, so only one of us had them predict to lose this game. Oof. Who was it? You think it was you, JT? Maurice? Who do you think it was?
Yeah.
It was you, Maurice.
It was me? I predicted them to lose?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the record I had for y'all this season?
You had us at 8-9.
Oh. But I mean, you can't foresee your starting
you and Mal had tied for the worst record at 8-9, and oof. Oof indeed. Yeah. We'll talk about it though. We'll talk about it. Okay, so for the Cowboys, only one person had them winning. Who was it?
I'm gonna say Maurice.
You think Maurice? Maurice, who do you think it was?
Was it me? It wasn't me?
No, it was Mal.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Appreciate it, but we failed you, Mal.
All right, Giants. They had a bye week. And Eagles, we all had them winning. Oof. Oof, indeed. All right, guys. JT, the floor is yours. Are we going to get Minister JT today? Are you going to be talking to your conscience? Or is this going to be short, sweet, to the point?
Oh, the conscience is dead. It evolved.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He's gone. Yeah,
R.I.P.
GG's.
GG's.
Basically, yes.
GG's.
All right. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys played on Thursday night, went up against the Detroit Lions. It was a key matchup. Playoff spot implications were in it. Dallas Cowboys failed. We lost 44-30. We lost by 14. And one thing that I got from this game is that my defense coordinator is stubborn. And I know that I've been trying my best to give this man hope to finish out this season. I want this brother out of here. Not only do I want Matt Eberflus gone, I want passing game coordinator Andre Curtis. Goodbye. And these guys have like 18, 19 years of NFL experience. I don't know where it's coming from. Devin Overstreet. All three of y'all, I want y'all out of here.
Hold up. You have a player named Overshone and you have a coordinator named Overstreet. Okay.
One plays like an all-star. The other one, I'm not sure about. So all three of these guys come to the principal's office. It's time to relieve you of your duties because the reason of that, ego, stubbornness, not utilizing what works. What is truly your defense? I'm going to get to them later. Another thing that went wrong in this game, special teams. Special teams dictated what took place in this game. I don't think the Lions worked their way down the field a full drive. Everything was short yardage. The most they had was 60 yards in this game. They really couldn't work the field. My special team gave up 251 yards on special teams to a guy who ran a straight line that looked like a fullback and a tight end.
You look like Owen Schmidt.
Inexcusable. Brandon Aubrey, kick the ball into the end zone, send him to the 25. Whatever you need to do to, whoever's trying to cover to hit somebody, no show in this game. And I felt that was the dictation of what happened in the game because the Lions didn't work for anything. They didn't. I'm happy my offense scored 30, but my defense crapped the bed over stubbornness of Eberflus. I trust my defense to play past Eberflus, but for some reason, I can tell when he's like calling the plays compared to them just going in there playing free. I think Dallas plays better when they go freely, but you really have to get them where they need to go. My corners, my secondary. I'm already to the point now I want to clean house. Everybody on the roster, those hurt, the ACL boys, all of them. Clean slate. I'm just tired of just seeing just them looking goofy on the field. DeRon Bland got zoinked on the sideline to Jahmyr Gibbs. Literally just sent the dude, shatter his ankles, face planted. Where he was in pursuit. Gibbs made him look like a fool. But even at that point, my other corner, Revel, he's having a hard time playing on this knee brace. I saw this man collapse, trying to cut. He's not ready to come out on the field. And I also want to call upon the medical team for the Cowboys. You open up Trayvon Diggs' 21-day window. He looked fine to me at practice. Why didn't he play Thursday? I have that question because I believe if he was out there on the field, I could see some things that would occur. But if I could look back into the season, I saw Diggs say, hey, we need to play with grits. And my coordinator to say, I don't like grits. What he means by that is press man coverage, being able to blitz more, be able to play man-to-man. It worked. The grits worked. Eberflus, you're starting to tick me off now. We got 4 more games to go. I'm very interested to see if you're going to enjoy the grits the rest of this season, because if you don't, and you don't execute with the right guys on the field, yeah, you're out of here. Whatever I got to do, whatever video I got to come out with, whatever tweets I got to do, whatever I got to post to at least get to the higher ups in Dallas, I want Eberflus gone. And take your buddies from Chicago with you. Because they were a problem there for Chicago. As soon as they extract them from their team, they're playing better. I want Al Harris back. I believe the secondary coach and Al Harris was the reason Dallas was the way that they were during the Quinn regime, where they were forcing turnovers. They were getting the ball. Whatever he was teaching them, they lost that when Overstreet and Curtis got there. And Eberflus is supposed to be a linebacker whisperer. He's hurting my linebackers. I'm seeing my linebackers who deserve to be the green dot, not being the green dot. Downgraded from what he was able to do last season. Maurice, he needs to have the green dot. I believe he has it. I feel like his talent is being wasted. You got K9 out there and playing, and he's getting cooked. My linebackers got attacked in this game. Jahmyr Gibbs set a record on y'all. Being 24 years old and achieving 47 touchdowns, he tied Barry Sanders. 3 touchdowns. And only had 43 yards running. So, yeah. Passing the ball out in the flats, making the corners tackle, making the linebackers run with your speedy guys, it was a disaster. And the more and more I'm looking at my linebackers, the wrong linebackers are playing. They're playing. I need to see the right linebackers out there. You traded for Logan Wilson. He was the only one that I noticed that really can react out there in the linebacker room. Everyone else is just looking around, acting goofy. Next game, I need to see Logan Wilson out there in command. Put Maurice out there too, have Shamar James out there as well. I'm sick of Kenneth Murray. K9 can sit down. And I'm real close, and I'm trying to figure out why he decided to release Damone Clark. He's with the Texans now, and that defense is playing a lot better. And if he's coming off the bench, still delivering plays, you let go of another guy that Dallas have had, and he's taking his talents elsewhere and benefiting off them. Now, he could be doing it. I could be wrong about it, but he's on that team, and the defense is flying around smacking folks. But special teams and this defense really hurt this game, and special teams really just, you gave the Lions short field. They didn't have to work for it. And then you have your defense out there just being in coverage, 15 yards off the receiver on a 3rd and 5. Make it make sense. You press them. You utilize the corners. They're man press corners. No thing of zone in them. It's frustrating. I give praise where it is. But if I'm seeing something completely different from what I'm seeing from previous, I have to question it. Because something is working, but then someone is combating what's working. It could be Jerry, it could be Steven, whoever it is. You got to allow Shotty to cook and allow this team to play freely. Play with more man defense. Diggs was preaching that. But now you want to punish him because he proved y'all wrong? I could tell egos are involved in this because he should have been back on the field against Detroit. I hope he's back against Minnesota. But I'll get more into that with my barbershop talk against Minnesota. Because that's going to be a key matchup. Because I saw something on Sunday that I'm like, okay, if y'all don't figure this out, yeah, it's going to be a problem. Another thing that went wrong in this game, I saw George Pickens not in the right mindset. Now, I wonder what occurred with that, especially with CeeDee Lamb. And prayers up to CeeDee Lamb. He's had so far his progress has been going well, and he looked like he can play Sunday, but just continue to monitor it. But that was a bad play that happened on CD in that end zone. And just prayers up to him. Because all I can tell you, Pickens, if CeeDee Lamb was playing the rest of this game, my dude 88 would have hit over 200 yards. He was smoking in this game. He had 6 receptions for 121 yards. I think he's like 135 yards away from his 4th consecutive 1,000-yard season. Might be a little more yardage, but he's close. But I think in this game, he was in his bag. And he was achieving something. I think he would have hit over 220 if it gave a point to it. But that didn't happen. My run game, I needed to see more running. Between Malik Davis and Javonte Williams, there was only 20 carries in this game. Inexcusable. When you want to establish a physical presence, you run the rock. I need my team to get that running back, that short trust ability. Because right now, there's something of a lack of trust in this organization where they want Jayden Blue to be the answer. Dude is a finesse dude. He hasn't earned it. Allow the running backs to go out there and earn it. Javonte Williams did. He's over 1,000. Malik Davis. Cut, return, cut, return. And now he's back. And making plays when needed to. He earned his time out on the field. But at the same time, we need to get a dude in here who we can trust. If we got to trade for somebody, I got some names, but I'll get that at a later time. But what went wrong in this game? Special teams, defense, coach's ego, and not running the football more and having a receiver not in there. And I understand that Richard Sherman grilled Pickens after the game. I wonder how long he was waiting for that. I know a lot of people had stuff in the chamber ready to unleash on one wrong thing. Pickens had a bad game. You get it. No doubt in my mind he'll rebound from it. But Richard Sherman, you're only doing that for clicks. But if you're not earning the check from the big guys, no doubt in my mind it would have been a fair, better analysis and critique. Only time will tell. But what went good in this game, I got a chance to see. I got to give Brandon Aubrey credit and Ryan Flournoy. Second game over 100 yards and a touchdown. He stepped up when needed to. When Pickens wasn't, he was the guy. He's out there earning it. And I give credit to him. Brevin Spanford, I want to see more reps with him because Jake Ferguson. Oh, yeah, that was another thing that went wrong. Jake Ferguson, my dude, hold on to the football. You're 15 yards away from the first down. Why are you still fighting? If you need to get down for some yardage, then do that. Force the fumble. Then executed a penalty. I think this is his fourth game with a fumble. Come on now. You got the check. Play like it. If not, sit down on the bench. Brevin Spanford, he's out there earning it, blocking. Being a little too aggressive, but he's out there earning it. But I think Dak needs a rangy tight end who can do it all. And I think Spanford is that guy. But yeah, they want to dictate who gets the ball just by the people they pay. And it's not right. Go out there and earn it. But one thing that went good in this game was, Brandon Aubrey and Ryan Flournoy. We'll give Ryan Flournoy the player of the game. But yeah, this game, it was one that Dallas could have won if they would have just played level-headed. And I'm putting blame on my quarterback number 4 for lighting fuel to the fire. There was a question that was asked from him before the game. The last time we played him, it was like, oh, we lit him up. Yeah, we're going to do it again. Thanks for lighting fuel into the defense for the Lions because they were in attack mode from the start. I think there was like 5-6 sacks in this game. They were pressuring. And when you're out there throwing the ball multiple times, they're hunting. And for some reason, Shoddy, you got to establish a run. Maybe you just didn't have your guy out there that you needed. But address it when you need to. If you need to elevate Izzy, go ahead. Elevate Izzy. All I know, I need this run game to be better moving forward. But y'all go ahead. I digress. Special teams, I'm disappointed with y'all. Aubrey, you need to kick the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, look, there was a way for you guys to win this game. Like you said, the defense didn't really supply what you guys needed. And look, we know the Dallas Cowboys definitely have politics and all that. I'm not saying that they don't. But what I will say is that, look, you guys are still in a decent position. The Eagles, which I know we'll talk about later, are 8-5. You guys are 6-1. So it's not
I'm evaluating this team. And if the postseason happens, I'm not even thinking of the postseason right now. I want them to focus on one game. If they're looking ahead to something, they need to focus on the opposition that's in front of them. And the thing is, why would you change what's working? And if you're trying to be right on something, wait that in the offseason.
Do you think Jerry might have influenced the game plan this time? Because this feels like a Jerry meddling situation.
No, I think it's more into Shoddy because he's trusting in his players. He's trusting in his quarterback. And I understand. I know Dak can back up what he's doing, but he put a target on our secondary who's been nefarious this season. And you allow Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's running on one leg, cooking your secondary. And then you got J-Mo, who's stretching the field and doing stop routes, making you just look like, who was I covering? That's going to be a problem. And then you have Gibbs in the backfield catching the ball. It was a literal game plan that they went after the weakness of the Cowboys. But I guarantee if you would have went and did more press man, some of these things wouldn't have occurred. They had to earn it. the timing was all over the place in the Lions' favor. All I needed them to do was disrupt the timing of the Lions, and then they would have had a better chance to do it. But when you're playing the guy 11, 15 yards off the ball, you're just giving them an open cushion. And I saw that in this game, and I was heated. The first half, they were blitzing like crazy. They were disrupting. And then all of a sudden, they got comfortable and wanted to shift in the zone. Nah, you keep the man going. But, yeah, I digress. Maurice, you got something?
No, a lot of what you said it can go for the Eagles as well. George Pickens came to the Cowboys with a reputation from the Steelers. Like you said, they were just waiting for him to slip up.
They were waiting for him.
Same thing similar with us and Jalen Hurts. He's deservingly getting more fire for his performance last night. I'll get into it. But still, you're going to have the people online, the critics, that's going to wait until a certain player does something wrong, to get at him. That's cool, though. I mean, it comes with the sport. It comes with getting paid millions of dollars. So I'm fine with that. Turnovers. If you guys don't turn the ball over, I mean, it sounds similar to me.
And
with our team.
The turnovers that happened, 14 points came off. How many points did Dallas lose by?
I forget. What was the score?
44-30.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
yep.
And looking ahead, same thing with the Eagles. At this point, we can't look ahead. So, yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
Oh, and another thing. The media. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. Keep your fake love for the Cowboys. Just don't share it out on the media. Cowboy fans who are fickle, keep your fake love to yourself. Stay away from the Cowboys. And see what else here. Those on the radio station with your fake love, keep that in your journal. I digress.
All right, well, let's go to the Washington Commanders playing in Minnesota against the Vikings.
Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts.
So where do I start? Where do I start? That's a good question, right, JT? Where do I start? I'm going to start with this. Last time we got shut out was in 2019 against the San Francisco 49ers. It was, here's the crazy part, it was 0-9. This was during the Rivera, I believe this is during the Rivera regime or the last year. I'm pretty sure this was Rivera. And so,
was it at home or away?
I don't have that information. I mean, I can check. I don't know if that was. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. But what I can tell you guys is this. That's terrible. This was much worse, though. This was much worse. Not only was it a shutout, it was a blowout shutout. 0-31. So, what went wrong? A lot of things, guys. A lot of things. Where do I start? Let's start with the biggest thing in the room. It's official. Jayden Daniels is in a sophomore slump.
Now that's official?
That you waited now for that?
He has only played. Hang on. Let's give him credit. He's only played this season. Yeah, I'm pulling up the stats here real quick because I wasn't expecting to have to defend this. But he's only played 7 games this year, so I waited until not even the halfway point of the season for him in terms of games played. Okay.
My quick question for you: should he have returned?
I don't think so, and here's why. If you get knocked down once and your arm is hurting to the point where the coach doesn't feel comfortable putting you back in, and granted, like the game was lost at that point, so I kind of get it. And Dan was like, "Okay, we're not going to repeat last time, right?" But the fact is that you went down with a stinger on an injured arm that you're wearing an arm brace for. Now, let's be clear. This is not. People are like, "Oh, this is RG3 all over again." Not the same type of injuries. It's not going to, these injuries, at least the arm injury, is not going to hold him out long term. Okay. It's not going to impact. This is non throwing arm. It's not going to.
I think, sorry to cut you off because we had this conversation over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the injuries that's similar to RG3. It's just the fact that the franchise is not taking care of their franchise quarterback. That's what's
not
similar
taking
to
care
RG3.
of their prized possession.
Yes, they're not.
That's what's similar to ruining it in a span of 4 years if you're looking at both quarterbacks.
Okay, look. There's still Jayden still has a lot of story to be left written. This could just be a sophomore slump. Okay, so I'm not gonna jump on the RG3 wagon yet, like some fans are. Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay, and if you're wondering, he is having a down year in terms of completions, but we can also attribute that to his top wide receiver missing the majority of the season, right? Mm-hmm. He still has in 7 games 12,062 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So the QBR dropped from 67 to 45, 46. So look, there is I'm not saying that he's not terrible. Let's be clear on that. Okay, he's not playing terribly. That being said, he did play terribly in this game. Okay, let's be real. He won 9 of 20 in this game, only 78 yards. I just want to put this into perspective. Marcus Mariota, who threw the ball 4 times, almost had 40% of Jayden's yardage versus Jayden's 20 attempts, okay? He had 30 yards on 4 attempts. Okay, put that into perspective. Now, I will say this. Minnesota is one of the best defenses in the NFL. We all know this. Stats back that up. I was thinking we could get them on the offensive end by, J.J. McCarthy, until this game, was arguably the worst quarterback from that draft class statistically, even worse than back up in Dallas. What's his name?
Joe Milton.
Joe Milton. Yeah, he was having a worse statistical start than him. We helped correct that in this game. Yeah, I thought if we got to and look, and to the Commanders' credit, we sacked him 4 times. If you told me that we sacked him 4 times, had 5 passes defended and 6 QB hits in this game, I thought, oh, our defense did great. They didn't, because every other time he went 16 of 23, 163 yards. So it's not like he went crazy or anything. But Aaron Jones had a decent game, 14 rushes for 76 yards. Jordan Mason, by the way, I think he should be a starting running back somewhere. Wouldn't mind bringing him to DC to see what he got here, but that's not the point.
Could have kept Robinson.
Don't get me started on the Robinson thing. We're not. I'm not emotionally ready to have that conversation right now.
Well, I'm gonna give you the emotion for this one. What did your defense play in this game?
Zone the whole entire time.
And what was the strength of the Vikings in that?
Look, that we outside of the 4. Look, they could look the pass rush, despite having 4 sacks and 6 QB hits. Look, they could look. You got quick quarterbacks. You have a good offensive line in Minnesota that can protect him to give him time to tear apart.
You struggle in 13 personnel. If you don't know what 13 personnel is, that's around with 2 more tight ends, close to 3 tight ends. Their
tight ends are elite. Yeah. Look, I mean, Josh Oliver had 2 touchdowns. T.J. Hawkinson looked like prime T.J. Hawkinson for the first time this season. I would know he was on my fantasy team for the majority of the year before I cut him because he wasn't cutting it. Okay. No, he really wasn't, guys. But that's not even the point here.
Back up.
Nah, I'm good. I like my tight ends, but that's not even the point here, guys. So no, look, it is not it's just they scored a touchdown in every quarter plus 1 field goal. And we couldn't do a thing. And honestly, the offense lost its momentum on that 4th down non-conversion when Debo dropped that pass. It hit him in the hands. He had hands like feet in that play. He had hands like feet. That's what my basketball coach used to tell us whenever we could. When the ball hit us in the hands and we would drop it or just go right past us. Yeah, no, that's hands like feet right there. Okay. So, like, look, and I'm
Got too
still
much of
not
that
even
popcorn.
done yet. Here's the crazy thing, right? So, like, and I talked about it. So, like, we pressured, you would think 6 sacks, 4 sacks, 6 QB hits. That's a good defensive game plan, right? So we did, and that was one of my keys to victory is, pressuring him, right? Pressuring containing pressuring JJ McCarthy. That was one of my keys to victory. Did not happen. And on top of that, like, I didn't feel like Jayden was protected that well. I mean, he only got 1 sack, but honestly, like, I felt like he was running for his life half the time. And I mean, 9 of 20 is not good. He rushed decently, but yet again, I don't know if he should be rushing. But look, Terry McLaurin looked good when he got the ball, but he got targeted 6 times, only caught the ball 3 times. I mean, what are we doing here? We can't win a game like that. Our offense did not show up, and part of that was, credit to the Minnesota's defense, but at the same time, we got to do better. And like Debo, I wasn't impressed with Debo at all. No, I don't like the little screen passes for Debo. Debo's not the same player. The screen passes did not work at all. Can we all agree on that?
What did you just say?
The screen passes that they gave
Before
Debo
that.
on the outside did not work at all.
Before that one. He's not
What,
the same player.
Who, Debo?
Yes, that's what you said.
No, he's not the same player anymore.
Yeah,
No, he's not.
Don't re-sign him.
I don't want to re-sign Debo. Unless we get a team-friendly, like, veteran contract. Like, I'm not paying more than $10 million for him, if that, to be honest.
I think they're doing a little more than, like, if you go back and look at how he was in San Francisco, they had him moving. I don't
they're
think
not moving
in this
him
offense
enough.
they're not moving him, because if
Like,
you get him going, then
I just don't think he has
asset.
the same speed anymore either.
He doesn't need to. If he's pushing the line forward,
he's a big running back.
He's a big running back. Like, your goal is to get him moving forward. Look, if you having him catch from behind and stuff, he can't get started.
And tell me, does it feel different when they like the play calling feels different when Jayden's in versus Marcus Mariota? I feel like that's the case too. Like, I don't feel like
it's the same.
It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like the execution's the same, and maybe that's on Jayden. I don't know, but like, my thing is like, okay, the running backs, they were actually good this game. They had 100 and outside of Mariota and like between Chris Rod and Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt. By the way, we didn't even get Jeremy McNichols didn't even get the rush once. But between those two, they had 84 yards on 17 rushes. I mean, that's pretty good, I would say. So, like, why aren't we feeding them more? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to say fire Cliff because, like, people are saying, oh, well, he had Jayden look like, MVP caliber. But, like, I'm not going to be mad if he leaves. I'm not. I'm not going to be mad if he takes a job elsewhere. I'm not going to be mad. That being said, probably one of the most impactful, we talked about Jayden going down with a stinger, right? But the most impactful injury for this year and moving forward is Zach Ertz. Yeah. Some people think that was a dirty play. Look, that's a bang play. It wasn't.
It was tough.
It was tough. I'm not mad about it, but like, would I have done that type of hit on him? No.
I think he was just trying to get him down, but
I think he was just trying to get him down.
He was trying to get him down.
The throw kind of forced his hand, the defender's hand.
So, look, Zach Ertz, ACL torn, probably not coming back until like mid-season next year. Look, Zach Ertz is already, 35, 36.
Prayers up.
I just don't see him coming back from this. If the Commanders bring him back, I think he would be more of a coach on the field type person, for the majority of next season, if not all of next season.
Well, you now are able to see your young tight ends.
That's what I was going to say. The positive is we'll finally get to see Ben Sinnott and Colson Yankoff. I mean, look, we're still going to see some John Bates in the terms of pass blocking, right? But like, look, we spent a second-round pick. We traded the rights to draft Cooper DeJean to get Mikey Samerskill, Ben Sinnott, and I forget who the third player was. Was it Brandon Coleman? I think so. So Yeah, look, we got to see what Ben Sinnott has for the rest of the season. If he performs well, then guess what? We don't have to go after the Isaiah Likeleys of the world because it feels like he's going to be a free agent now.
Wait,
An
Isaiah
option.
Likely? Isn't he signed?
No, he's going to be a free agent after this year, I think. And
Good tight end market, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Him, Kyle Pitts.
I doubt they would let him.
They just signed Mark Andrews to a 3-year extension, but that's I talked about it on last DC
he's
football.
a backup. He's a backup for Andrews, so
yeah, but I mean, he would be starting on most other teams.
You can say that.
Anyway, so this is a good chance to see what we have in Ben Sinnott. That's the silver lining here, I guess. I don't need to see any more Noah Brown. I don't need to see any more Deebo Samuel. I mean, look, I would love to see more Luke. Who do I want to see? I would love to see more Luke McCaffrey, but he's out for the season. Jalen Lane, he just needs an offseason to develop. I don't know who I want to see. I need to see more Treylon Burks. He only got 1 target this game.
Yeah, at this point,
Robbie Chosen?
No, he's not on the team anymore.
We waived him.
Yeah.
At this point, after this game, I think it's fair to say that a lot of the players on this Commanders team has checked out for the season. Absolutely no reason for you to play Jayden Daniels anymore this season.
I think unless Jayden Daniels is 100%, you do not play him. If he has to wear that brace, you do not play him. That is my thing. But the thing is like, and somebody said this online, and I can't give credit to who, but like, they said if you shut down Jayden Daniels, you're basically admitting that you can't trust him to stay healthy.
Mm.
And are we really at that point yet? I don't think so. My thing is, if he can play without the brace, then let him play. But if he has to wear the brace, then don't let him play.
He dislocated his elbow, right?
Yeah, but if you dislocate it once, you're going to have a stronger ability to dislocate it again. And like I said, if you can't play without the brace, then you don't need to be playing at all. That's my opinion.
I think he needs to bulk up.
I don't disagree. I think that's going to be...
I think he has to...
What is he weighing right now?
He needs to bulk up a little bit more because...
He is at 210 right now. I think he needs to get to about 220, 225.
At least to help protect, because he's just too light where...
I think he needs to get... I think the shoulders, the arms need to all bulk up. Possibly the legs, but like... The shoulder and the arms he needs to add more muscle to just protect himself. I mean, look, and the elbow dislocation was a freak injury, right? We can agree that. But like at the end of the day, and look, we have to also remember he's a second-year quarterback and he's begging for these reps. He wants these reps so that he can get better. And I get that and I respect that. But also you got to protect people from themselves. We learned that with RG3, okay? We got to protect them from themselves, okay? Because it's not like they forced RG3 to come back. He wanted to come back, okay? So, sometimes you got to protect people from themselves. So, like, was there anything good? The defense got 4 sacks. That's good. But, like, yet again, it doesn't matter if you can't stop them in the end zone. And you played zone coverage the whole entire time. And we've known this all season long, as JT pointed out. Tight ends kill us. How do we fix that? We need to get better coverage linebackers. Yeah, we got to be able to play man
personnel, but
yeah,
it's like if you're in their zone the whole time, they're just there. Like you're not pressing anybody. If you're not pressing anybody, it's gonna be easy cooking out there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got.
Who's your player of the game?
Player of the game? Do I really need to have one?
It could be for the opposition.
No, I'm not going to do that. Player of the game, I will give it to... Let's see here. Does anybody deserve this?
You got shut out.
I'll give it to Chris Rod. 10 carries for 52 yards is solid.
Well, the only thing I can tell you, y'all...
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah, the only thing y'all scored was landing in Minnesota.
I mean, we scored closer to a top... Hang on, let me see what Tankathon has us at now. I'm curious.
I think y'all top 3.
Hang on.
Gotta be.
We are 6th. We're tied for.
I think the Giants got the
by
number
the
1
way,
pick.
Giants are number 1.
Giants are number 1.
Vegas is 2. Tennessee's 3. Cleveland's 4. New Orleans is 5. We're 6. Pretty much the only team that's going to take a quarterback in the top 6 is going to be Vegas. We'll talk about because Giants have Dart, Tennessee has Ward, Shador. By the way, we're not going to talk about him, but kudos to Shador. Great game. Not his fault that they lost.
Yeah.
New Orleans, they got to give Tyler Shuck one more year, I would assume.
I don't know about that one.
Nah, you get that quarterback.
We're not going to take a quarterback. The Jets might take one. The Cardinals might take one. But that's about it in the top 10. Yeah, no. Anyway, so I mean, there's going to be some good players, but look, I don't really know. I mean, look, Cleveland might win another game. New Orleans just won themselves a game. That was surprising.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. Do we have the longest losing streak? I think we do. We do have the longest losing streak in the NFL right now. At least we got that. All right. On that note, I pass the mic over to Maurice.
All right. Let's talk about Philadelphia Eagles' loss to the Los Angeles Chargers last night. Monday Night Football, they lost 22-19. It should have been close. But to emphasize how this game went, let me give you some numbers first. Saquon Barkley, 20 carries, 122 yards. His long was 51 and a touchdown. Probably Saquon Barkley's best rushing game of the year.
Yeah,
AJ Brown.
Y'all are fortunate about that touchdown, though.
Yeah, AJ Brown, 6 catches, 100 yards. Dallas Goedert, 8 catches, 78 yards.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The defense, 7 sacks.
Definitely win that game.
You should.
But what happened?
Because we beat them.
We played them after we played Minnesota.
The Giants almost beat them.
Defense.
I think.
The defense.
Your defense was great.
Yeah, I mean, yes. So I'm trying to emphasize that, yeah. The defense, they had 2 interceptions. Excuse me, 1 interception. I say all of that to say that if you look at the stats, we played winning football.
Well, most of you guys
winning
did.
Football. Now, let's go to the starting quarterback. 21 for 40, 40 yards, 4 interceptions, a fumble, and he was sacked 1 time. His QBR was 27.3.
Ooh.
Just to put in perspective, and I don't know if you have this stat, but I heard he was one of 4 quarterbacks in the last 25 years to win a Super Bowl, but have a 4+ interception game.
Yeah.
Some of them weren't. Not all of them were his fault.
And he's the last quarterback, the last NFL player since 1978 to have 2 turnovers on 1 play.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
78.
Yeah. He had an interception, a fumble. The defender fumbled. He recovered, and then he fumbled again.
He fumbled. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that play.
This was Jalen Hurts' worst game as a professional. Absolutely terrible on a Monday night in a game that they should win. Maybe not should win, but it was a must win. I take that back. The Chargers are good. It's just the fact that things aligned for them. Herbert has a bum hand. Just had surgery a week ago. He was sacked. The defense played a phenomenal game. Shout out to the secondary. Adoree Jackson, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. They did a great job on the Chargers receivers. Cooper DeJean did a really good job on Lad McConkey. Like I mentioned, 7 sacks. overall, the defense played good enough to win you a football game. Came down to the quarterback. Jalen Hurts, I don't know what was going on. He was rattled. He looked like he wasn't confident in his throws. He wasn't seeing the field correctly. The defense was fooling him on many plays. Overall, this Jalen was really bad in this game. Over 5 turnovers. You're not going to win many games in the NFL with 5 turnovers.
Nope.
Obviously, he takes accountability for it after the game, but we need better from him. We need more from him. We need more from our quarterback.
And so he's not a top 5 quarterback now.
No, not right now, Lucas.
Okay.
Is your quarterback a top 5?
Nope. Nope, not this season.
Okay.
Earl's is.
Maybe. Yes, maybe. Just overall, Jalen Hurts needs to be better. Now, I'm already reserved to the fact that this is not a Super Bowl caliber football team. They might have the talent, but there's too many factors this season that tells me as a fan that's watched football for a long time that this football team could turn it around in the next 4 weeks and go into the playoffs and make a run. Let me break it down. Going back to the offensive coordinator, and I said I wasn't going to be a broken record about the offense, so I'm going to go past this really quick. The offensive coordinator is not putting his players in a position to win.
No.
The Eagles' offense in shotgun in this game, 51 plays in shotgun, 4.2 yards per play, 2.2 yards per rush, and 4 interceptions. Eagles' offense under center, they only had 15 plays under center, 10 yards per play, 8 yards per rush, and 16 yards per pass. So what does that tell you? That tells you that not balanced offensive coordinator doesn't see how the game is progressing. He doesn't see the trends in the game, and he doesn't make the right adjustments. That comes down to having an inexperienced offensive coordinator. Now, over the last week, it's been reported that Nick Sirianni is helping Kevin Patullo a little bit more with the offense. I didn't see it in this game. I didn't see any help whatsoever. But what do you expect from a coach that's not really an offensive coach? What you expect? I mean, it's like the blind leading the blind.
Well, remember, you've said this in the past, that your head coach is not a coordinator coach. He is a delegator coach.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have a specialty. I know that he came up on the offensive side, but let's be real. He doesn't have a specialty when it comes to coaching.
No,
he's not known for anything. He's known as a leader of men, not so much as like a great strategist or a great motivator. I mean, I guess leader of men, great motivator, but you know what I mean.
Yes. And we're seeing that right now with our Knox. He can give you a great speech in the office, in the game plan room. He can give you a great speech. He can motivate you, but on the football field, he's a delegator. That's it. So his value as a head coach is very low, which is the reason why he never really gets recognized as being one of the best coaches in the NFL, although he does have a great winning percentage as a head coach. Like I mentioned, offensive coordinator, not up to par. The offensive line has been terrible this year. And I'm coming to the point now where you can't really fix it because of the injuries. Lane Johnson is still out. Lane Dickerson and Cam Jurgens has been at 50% max this season. They've not been healthy. Tyler Steen is not great. He's not good.
Do you miss Mekhi Becton more than you thought you would?
After last night's game, I don't know, because he was on the other side of the football. He was on the Chargers' offensive line. And Herbert got sacked 7 times. So
I mean, but like, I think he fit your system though, and he got Look, you got the best out of him when he was there.
That's true.
I think you need your buddy who's in New Orleans right now.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore.
Well, he's not going to get fired for another 2 years or so.
Yeah. But anyway, Mekhi Becton is kind of missed here, simply because he added the physicality that Kevin Steen doesn't add. He was a mauler. And that's one of the things I've talked about many times with the Philadelphia Eagles is they're not physical enough. They've been getting beat around and pushed around a lot this season. And that's one of the reasons why they're not as good as they were last season, at least offensively. So the offensive line has just not done their job. I put that more on the offensive line. I put less of that blame on Saquon. I think Saquon is still an elite running back when he's given the opportunity. So that's that. The receivers, they got to get the ball. Now, in this game, A.J. Brown had a couple great catches. He had one catch that he dropped that could have been a touchdown. Went right through his hands in the end zone. You know what? For receivers, it happens. You can't bank a win or a loss on one drop. And they had many opportunities after that to win the game, especially in overtime. Like I mentioned, defensively, I have nothing to say bad. They were great defensively. But offensively, I don't have confidence in this offense to sustain anything for 4 quarters. And in the playoffs, you have to have sustained good sustained offense. You have to have good sustained defense. And I don't see that. I don't see it. Now, coming up, we'll get into a matchup later this week, matchup preview. They play the second worst team in the NFL, the Raiders. If the Philadelphia Eagles lose this game, some things need to be blown up. That's all I'm going to say right now. Some things need to be blown up.
I was about to say, Geno Smith's not even like 100% healthy for them right now.
If they lose to the Philadelphia...
What? Ashton Genty won't make any plays.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. It's a week-by-week league. You know that.
That is true.
Yep. Week-by-week league.
Sunday.
Any given Sunday. So, overall, let me finish this by saying what went wrong. Jalen Hurts, he had his worst game of his career. I fully expect him to bounce back. How he bounces back, I'm curious to see. They can't focus on getting one guy the ball, and that's A.J. Brown. Spread the ball around. Play your offense. Stop with the penalties. That was another thing I forgot to mention. Too many penalties on the offensive line. Every time we had a big gain, offensive line holding.
You guys lost a touchdown on that.
Yes. Go ahead, ET.
How do you feel about your offense allowing pass attempts of 40? Do you feel like that's the sweet spot for Jalen Hurts?
No. We talked about that before. Less is more.
Less is more.
Less is more.
I'm just trying to figure out
20 pass attempts.
Why they were 25 out as much as they were.
Anything over 25 is too much for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
No, I would push it to 30.
No.
I'll give him 30.
Unless the defense is solely focused on stopping Saquon, like in the Super Bowl, yeah. But and regardless of what happened last night, I'm still confident in Jalen Hurts as a passer. It's just that all the pressure from the last month or two with regards to the offense came down. He wanted to throw the ball a little bit more. He wanted to be aggressive. And it backfired. By
the way, I've also noticed one other thing, and then we'll move on because we got to move on.
Yeah.
Hurts, he has not been rushing outside of the tush push barely at all this season.
No.
And that's the dimension of his game that helps open up the passing is his ability to take off and run. He's not doing that barely at all this season.
He needs to embrace being a dual threat quarterback again.
Yeah.
This is not a case of Jackson Dart or Jayden Daniels where you're afraid if he runs, he's going to get knocked out of the game. Jalen Hurts is a big dude.
A running back.
Yeah, he's a big, strong dude. So Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, that just goes back to the offensive coordinator using all of
Mm-hmm.
your weapons on offense, which the Eagles do not do. They don't use all their weapons on offense. Player of the game. Um, I can give it to a couple people on defense. Saquon Barkley had one of his best games. I'm gonna give it to Adoree Jackson. Had an interception in
Oh,
this game.
okay.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis had a hell of a game too,
Quinyon
especially
Mitchell
with
for me.
Jalen Carter out. He really stepped up. This is the second time he's done that. The first time was against the Cowboys, week 1.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped up. Yeah, I mean, I might have to agree with you, GC. Might give it to Jordan Davis. Adoree
Shout
Jackson
out to the
stepped
big
up as well.
guys.
Man,
Okay.
you know what? Yeah, let's give it to Jordan Davis. Shout out Jordan Davis.
All right, guys, we got to start moving a little bit faster. Let's keep it going. Hard Knocks. Real quick reactions. My team barely saw any camera time, so I don't really got much to say.
You guys on the bye, right?
We were coming off the bye.
Okay.
Yeah, we were coming off the bye. The good vibes at practice apparently did not translate to the game. That's all I really got to say.
I'm gonna say shout out to Jameis Winston giving Dak his praise and vice versa for
and shout out for
that touchdown.
Yeah,
I like just the connection with those two, even back to college. They really kept close, so respect to both guys. I like how Shotty executes what he needs to, but I need to see some footage on Eberflus. I'm curious because it's so much on him, on Jerry and his son, and just the team. I need to see Eberflus particularly because this dude is looking like an older Keebler elf, and I need to see more of what he tells the defense. I see people praises for Shotty. I ain't heard a thing about Eberflus with this defense, so except with the bitterness of Diggs.
And by the way,
Diggs.
Yeah. By the way, we were supposed to talk about this on our solo episodes, but we all three forgot to do that. So that's our bad. We're gonna do that for week 2. We're gonna do that for week
Detroit.
2, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, we're recording this on Tuesday night, and
yeah,
actually, episode 2 is already aired. So
we just haven't watched it. Well, I haven't watched it.
I saw some, but yeah. So we will talk about it in our solo episodes. But one thing I took away from the first episode, I wasn't prepared for them to basically be a week-to-week episode. I thought they were going to pull footage from earlier in the season or last season. They pretty much got footage from the night before, the Monday night game. Yep. I'm like, wow, okay.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. That being said, let's go to our top stories. And Maurice, you got that. We got an interesting one this week.
Yeah. Although he's not in the division anymore, we do want to say prayers to Daniel Jones towards Achilles.
Yes, prayers up.
Yeah, prayers up, man.
Absolutely.
I know we talked about him a lot with the Giants, but he was having
it was Lucas.
Oh, that was just Lucas? Okay.
No, it was me. I'll own that.
Yeah, okay. I called him Danny Dips, but I mean he will run
he was going and with the Colts. And
we know Becca's pretty upset.
Yeah, he was having a really good season. They were in playoff contention. Well, they still are in playoff contention. I think they're 8-5. But after this, I don't know if they can hold on to that wild card spot. Now,
no, they're in the hunt right now.
Yeah, they're in the hunt. They're 8-5. But obviously, you use a certain quarterback, things might change. Now, next man up. Now the Colts bring in 44-year-old
OG
grandpa at this point, Phillip Rivers.
Pops.
Yeah, they bring him in. I think he's going to start immediately because they have no other option.
Look, they gonna bank on how Flacco was doing with Cleveland. Mm-hmm. They gonna be like, yeah, Rivers can do that too.
Nah. I think Rivers called them because Rivers is like, this is a good team. I might be able to finally get my Super Bowl this year.
I don't know.
It would help his Hall of Fame case, and now he gets that reset.
They better not air that thing out more than giving the ball to JT.
Yeah,
because if he basically does what he does, I just don't want them to take away what he was building because he's running like a man possessed. Don't neutralize him from that.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy part is his Rivers' oldest son, and he has a lot of kids, like a lot of kids.
He does.
But his oldest son is actually older than the third string quarterback that they have that's injured.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where we're at now. Last played in 2020, guys.
Yeah, he hasn't played in 5 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of rust.
I tell you what, you better give the ball to Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. So anyway, so we usually do Who's That Football Player up next, and I'll be honest, I dropped the ball on this one. I forgot to post it, so we're just going to save it for next week, but JT is going to take over for Mal's poll question, so I'll give it to you, bud.
Yes. Alrighty. Now, I asked Lucas why this is the poll question, but I'm just going to go ahead and run it. All right, poll question.
I mean, the fans were visceral online. I wanted to see their reactions.
Boy, oh boy, it's
crazy, right?
Like for Twitter X, it was 6. Let me go through it.
Yeah.
All right. Poll question: should the Washington Commanders head coach Dan Quinn be fired based on the results of this season? Are you serious? You are serious. So 60% on Twitter has said yes, with 27% said no, with 13% at maybe. So if y'all are at the point of yes after 2 seasons, on Facebook, there was a majority no for this one. The yes was second, and then maybe was third. So it's just the second season. But
yeah, look, I don't think he should be fired, but I saw the fans' reactions on social media after the game, and I posted this.
How do you feel?
I wouldn't fire him. I would look at the coordinators, but I would not fire him.
Man.
How many years you would give him?
One more.
I think a head coach deserves 4 or 5 years unless they're so atrocious. But he's already banked some good, coach karma with the NFC, title game. So I give him at least 4 to 5 years.
That doesn't matter. No coach should get 5 years unless they're like in contention for a Super Bowl. That's just mediocrity. If you give a coach 5 years and you go to 1 playoff appearance or 2.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Philly,
he got there the first time. They were like, "Yeah, do it again."
Here in Philly, JT was talking earlier about radio callers and radio stations putting out bad juju and stuff like that.
Yeah, that false love.
That false love. Here in Philly, it's a different animal here in Philly. We have a couple. First of all, we have like multiple sports radio stations. Not many cities even have
Maurice.
But let me finish.
I cover a Philadelphia team for another sport. I know how Philly fans are.
Sports radio. You're not in Philly. You're in Virginia. You don't listen to.
Okay, I do know some people that cover Philly, sports radio, but okay, fine.
It's a different animal here. We're already talking about.
I was traveling in Philly one time and I almost pulled to the side to squabble with somebody because they cut me off and.
Oh yeah, don't do that. That's the worst mistake.
Yeah.
Maurice, if he ever comes up to Philly, if we all 3 ever come up to Philly, we're gonna have to take him to Chickies.
Who? Chickies and Pete. That's a restaurant.
Yeah. You're gonna like it. Yeah, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
I need to try the Philly cheesesteak.
All right, I'm gonna take you
to
Angelo's.
There for the cheesesteak, but okay, yeah.
No, I'll take you to Angelo's. That's the best one.
Angelo's?
Yeah.
Do they do the melted cheese or the whiz?
Melted cheese, Cooper Sharp.
Maurice, the whiz cheese.
Whiz cheese is for the tourists.
No. I was talking about like Giannis when he said it. Well, how did he say it?
Whiz
Yeah, whiz wheat.
Real quick though. You wouldn't believe the fact that they're already talking about firing Nick Sirianni after a Super Bowl.
They're also talking about firing Nick Nurse, the basketball coach.
Well,
I'm one of the people that want him fired.
Yeah, that's a little different. He might deserve that one.
Nick Nurse should stay in Toronto. Chasing for the money.
They're already talking about Tanner McKee. I'm like, are you serious?
No.
Really?
Yes. This is a real thing in Philadelphia. They're talking about starting the backup quarterback and replacing Jalen Hurts.
You know,
Oh, we
it's
used to
not
do
new
that.
to me
We used to do that back in the
because
day when with
yeah,
like
they've
Taylor
been
Heineke and all that.
they've been headhunting my boy Dak.
Yeah.
They want Cooper Rush.
There were some Cowboys fans that wanted Dak gone years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're talking about Tanner McKee.
What they saying now?
You don't understand the ramifications of replacing your for $50 million per year quarterback and replacing him with a backup. You're basically saying we're moving on from our franchise quarterback. That's a ramification that, you just can't do that now. You can't do that. But you can't tell some
like I
fans
said,
what
I
to do.
think you give Dan Quinn 4 or 5 years. That's how long I give him.
4 or 5 years.
So he's in year 2, so he has 3 more years.
2.
He has a minimum of 2 more years.
Okay,
so 4.
4 to 5. I said 4 or 5, depending on how
he's
year 4
goes. So he's going to have
goes.
to bank on next season and then the year after that.
Pretty much.
So that means he's going to have to make the postseason in the next 2.
Yeah, so basically, like, my thing is, so, like, next year, like, we got to remember we are in a rebuild. We talked about this, the timelines before, okay? We talked about this. The real thing is, like, okay, so can he get us to, because, we had a magical run. I've admitted this in the past. Now reality is setting in. Can we build a team? And part of this is on, Adam Peters as well. But, like, can we build a team that can be, contending for a playoff spot next year? Do we have to make the playoffs next year? I'm going to say no, but I would like to have around a 500 record next year. Because that ain't happening this year.
It's just,
let's just take year 1 out. Okay, let's just take year 1 out. Let's say this is the quote-unquote start of the rebuild now. When you have a rebuild going on, you usually give a coach 3 to 4 years to get the team going, right? To rebuild the roster so that's why I'm saying 4 to 5 years, okay? Because we're going to not count year 1 and we're just going to start from here moving forward, okay? You guys get what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. So last thing here is trivia. Cowboys trivia is the deal. I am pulling up the trivia question now, but that being said, there it is. So, among all-time single-season leaders in interceptions, which Cowboys player is tied for 14th all-time?
In interceptions?
Yes, for a single season.
Oh, you're not going to give me the number.
I said 14th all-time. They are ranked 14th all-time for a single season in most interceptions. No, I'm not giving you a number. Because if I gave you the number, it would be too easy for JT.
No way.
I'm sure you probably do, but
Is it Darren Woodson?
You say Darren Woodson, JT? Who is it?
Say it's some Walls and Trayvon Diggs. They had 11 receptions.
Oh. I think it's just Trayvon Diggs, but I will double check that.
Because Everson Walls had 11 and Diggs had 11. But it was Diggs. But I know they tied.
Everson Walls. Yeah, I didn't even see him when I was doing this. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I was focusing on Diggs for a reason, and, don't worry about that.
Roll Tide.
No, nothing to do with college. Sorry.
Really? Not
Roll Tide got Roll Tide against the Georgia Bulldogs.
And they still made the playoff.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Notre Dame's are. I can't even say what I want to say about Notre Dame.
The cheddar.
They have 5, almost 6 SEC teams in this, bro. You can't tell me ESPN was just and Mickey Mouse like, we need the SEC.
Yeah, they're obsessed with the SEC.
That's why I hope one of these other conference teams crush them. Like, literally.
I'm rooting for Indiana. Rooting for Indiana.
I'm not going to eat the cheese like everyone else. I want to see someone, like, earn it. Because...
All right, guys. We got to wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
JT's Philly cheesesteak. We got to wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
Cheesesteak?
You got to wrap it up and go. You got to take it to go.
No, I got you, big cheddar.
Take
I
out
got you.
the big cheddar. All right, let me wrap it up. All right, I want to thank everybody for listening to another episode of 14 Rings, the NFC East podcast. Once again, shout out Mal. She'll be back next week. Please consider subscribing to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, and Amazon. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give our videos a thumbs up. We have our special solo episodes on there, which we will be back this week talking about Hard Knocks and a preview of our Week 14 matchup. No, Week 15 matchup.
Week 15, yep.
Yeah.
Got the reminder.
Dallas Barbershop Talk with JT. The New York Giants forecast with Mal. DC Football 101 with Mr. J. And Philly Cooking with Maurice. Thank everybody for listening.
I think Mal will actually be on mine. No, I'll be on hers. I'll be on hers this week.
Okay. All right, cool. You'll be away.
The original matchup?
Mm-hmm. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. And then the week
the worst
after
teams
that,
in the NFL playing each other.
And then the week after that,
number one pick.
I think the week after that, I'll be on your show, Lucas.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure to follow us on Twitter or X, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Facebook at 14_Rings Podcast. Until next week, have a good one, guys.
Raise hell.
Blessings, much love, DC for life. Keep your head on the swivel.
Go Birds, I guess.